Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for December the 4th through December the 10th. Happy birthday! It's your birthday month, so you get an extra card for this month. Now, a lot going on astrologically, a lot going on, period. The energies are wild this month. We're just coming off, December the 3rd. I'm actually recording this the night of December the 2nd. So we've got this super full moon in Gemini coming in, which is dueling kind of energies too. Gemini's got that dueling energy. And what's interesting too is Mercury is going retrograde at the same time, and Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and all these energies. And also, it's crazy, we have the full moon trining Neptune, Jupiter and Neptune. So there's this like crazy energies. We're going to be very emotional, and anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's go to this first, and we'll go to the reading, and then we'll talk about how it relates to the stars and astrologically. So the first card that comes in is the Knight of Wands. This is great news. This is really good news for you guys. This could mean that there's an opportunity coming in, right? And it's fast paced, it's unexpected. So it's something that can come in. And what's interesting is on December the 10th, Mercury is trying to Uranus, and that is unexpected things will come in. So this, this is a fluid reading. It's not like this is the beginning of the week, that's at the end of the week. So this is the energy that come in. You do have an opportunity coming in. This could be a promotion, it could be a new job, it could be, an opportunity of some sort. And you've got the Six of Wands, which is a passionate card, and this is about getting recognition. Somebody is really looking and appreciating you and seeing the hard work that you do. You're getting accolades for it. You're getting public recognition. This is like your boss telling you, oh, you're doing a really good job. I'm really proud of you. It can be a husband saying, yeah, I love you and you work so hard. It can be your kids saying, I love you, Mum. You've done such a great work. Or I love you, work, and you're the best mum, or you're the best dad in the world. Could be your wife telling you how much she loves you. It could be, it is somebody showing their appreciation for you. And then we have the moon, darling. The moon sometimes signifies that secrets are coming out. The truth is being shed, the light is being shed on something. So now, let me move on before I tackle this, right? Because I'm going to put a pin in that, Sagittarius. The next card we have is the Strength card. This is saying, look, this month with Mercury in retrograde, we're going to have this kind of energy where we want to be kind of impulsive, we want to shop, we want to do this. We have to think before we act on anything. It can be shopping, it can be, we might see a car and say, oh, let me buy it and sign it straight. It's one of those things where we're going to kind of feel that we're never going to get this opportunity again. It's like it's when Mercury goes in retrograde, we have this kind of impulse to be reckless almost, right? So during this time, we must remember to take a deep breath in and not react. And this is the self-control card. This is self-discipline and self-control. This is coming into a situation with kindness and compassion too. Say if you're upset with somebody, this is about understanding instead of being understood. This is about coming at it from a different angle. Look, this lion is he's got self-control in this situation. He's controlling his nature, his instinct to attack, because he really kind of wants to be, he can be in the moment, and really, he recognizes he can really enjoy this moment, right? By self-control. So sometimes we want to lash out, We want to admonish, we want to, we want to criticize, we want to, pick up the rod. And, when they say spare the rod, or, spoil the child, spare the rod, or something, spare the rod, spoil the child, something like that. It's the opposite of that. It's the antithesis of that. This is about being, having some kindness and compassion in the situation, and coming at it with a calm and collect way, so that you can be fully engaged in the moment and come out of the other side having a wonderful, incredible experience through it, through your self-control. And then you've got the High Priestess, darling. That's about meditation. Listen, she's full of knowledge. She's got all the spells, she's got all the knowledge. She doesn't give it away too easily, but when she shows up in a reading, it means that that knowledge is going to be available to you. But you must go inside and tap into that divine energy, where the downloads will be there for you, Sagittarius. This is where you get that. Go inside, meditate. You're going to find all the information that you need is going to be in there. Now, I normally pull 6 cards, right? But this card came up. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold your horses, guys. See, I'm sick. You have to really... I'm going to apologize because I'm a bit heady and not quite on point here, but this is what I'm getting, right? So you've got these 2 cards that came out underneath the moon. And this is kind of worrying and sleepless nights, right? And you're worrying over money and finances. That's what I'm getting, Sagittarius. So you're totally in the problem, right? Or you can't see a bright future in terms of abundance. It's just not happening for you. So this is saying, so maybe it's something that's come up for you about your finances, and you've really got to look at it, right? You've really got to evaluate. Now, you have to evaluate what's worked in the past. So this is definitely a warning. First of all, you have to remember that money is energy. So holding on to it tight is just going to block that energy. So I feel that you're blocked financially, right? You're either overspending and being silly with your money, or you're not spending at all and you're blocking the flow of it. And the moon's come up. Now, the moon came up as your underlying message as well. This is in the Good Tarot. I want to look at the interpretation of the Good Tarot for that moon, because they tend to be a bit different. So I just want to see what the moon is here. Let's see what the moon says. I may not see the workings of spirit in the invisible realms, but I know there is great activity behind the scenes. It's important to trust the mystery and remember that the material realm is an illusion. Current conditions are not necessarily a reflection of the truth of what's really going on in the present. Great opportunities lie in the shadows awaiting the perfect time for illumination. So that's really on par with what the moon is showing, right? There are opportunities. Look, there are definitely opportunities, right? And opportunities are being present in the moment. You've got to come out of your head, Sagittarius. Get out of your head, right? And come into the present moment so that you can see these opportunities. Because right now you're so in the problem, right? You're not seeing the opportunities. Or, you haven't, it's almost like you've lost hope of, any kind of financial betterment and abundance. And the moon has come up twice, so you have to understand that there is opportunity. There are opportunities there. And public recognition is right for yours. Like when you go inside, you're going to get this knowledge. You're going to feel confident. This is going to give you the knowledge. You're going to find, you know, the Akashic records will be inside everyone, right? They're inside everyone. You can tap into that when you meditate, and this is where you're going to get the accolades and the this is about being calm, really being really being centered and calm this next week, and really believing and trusting that the divine has your best interest at heart, and you do have opportunities, and you might not be able to see them right now because you're so in the worry of them not being there, and being in, you know, you're in kind of deprivation. You know, you're worried about it. And sometimes when you're worried about finances, you can kind of overspend because you're so worried, right? So this is saying, you know, look, take a moment, go inside, meditate, tap into source energy, and come out with the knowledge that you're going to be okay. Don't worry, you're going to be okay. There are opportunities in the shadows. Now, talking of shadows, this has nothing to do with shadows. Your extra card is Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. So let's see what the Whispers of Love Oracle cards have for Sagittarius for the week of the 4th through the 10th. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. This is interesting. It's saying, look at your pattern in relationships. This is a month of review and looking at how we behave and what we can learn, what we can put a light on, what we can shed a light on. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Inner strength to change and modify your behavior. That's unbelievable. This to me seems like a real internal growth week for you, and things can be amazing for you, Sagittarius, but you really need to come out of this. This is the Nine of Swords. Is like, it can be the drama queen card, but it's, oh, woe is me and nothing's going right, and that is going to be a lot of people's, you know, they're just not going to be able to help themselves to do that. But this is reminding you, right, come out of that fear of not having enough, and perhaps you're acting out on it by spending too much or not spending anything at all, and not having Christmas and being, you know, not having a holiday season, Christmas, Kwanzaa, you know, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. This is a time for you to really do some self-evaluation. Don't stay in what's not working. You've got to see the positive in a situation. You've got to shed the light on how you're behaving. And maybe this is, you know, about your relationship. It can be your relationship to money. Look at your relationship to money and how you really feel about it. I did some workshops on money and relationships to money. It's really interesting when you really look back at how, you know, they're implanted. These, you know, your relationship to money is implanted at a very young age. I could go on about that for hours, but that's a whole other video. Anyway, Sagittarius, get out of your head, see your cup as half full as opposed to half empty. Come out of that self-deprivating place and come into the light and know that the divine has your best interest at heart. And there are opportunities as long as you're looking for them. Look for the opportunities and you'll see them. But go inside, control, self-control. Don't react in situations. Don't lash out. Be kind and compassionate. I love you all. I'll see you next week. Take care. For a personal reading, please email Mary
at liveinthesolution.com.